You're gonna love this lasagna soup because it's prepper pantry friendly and it can also be made shelf stable. So it's delicious and convenient. Check it out. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing our video for freeze-dried February 23. Special thank you to Angela at the Inquisitive Farm Wife for inviting us to join this collaboration because we're really excited. There are a whole bunch of channels posting videos every day, and there's lives, there's giveaways, so make sure you go check out the description box down below. I will have all that information in there for you. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. Tell us what you think about this soup. All right, so let's get to freeze drying, and then we're gonna move on to making the soup, and all we have to do is add water. So it's really easy. Come on along. Alrighty, so I think this is the first time I've not done a full load with my freeze dryer, but similar to, you know, when you forget to take something out for supper, I forgot to freeze some of the other items. So I will do that separately. So right here, I have frozen cubes of tomato sauce, and I have frozen fire roasted tomatoes, like chunky tomatoes. So I'm gonna do these, and since we can't mix frozen with non-frozen, I will show you the rest when this is done, and we'll put it in there. So we're gonna close the door. The drain valve is closed. See right there, do not mix frozen with non-frozen. So there we go. And we'll bring you back. So these are done. And I open my drain valve. And I'm gonna do no defrost because I am gonna swap out. These look good and dry to me. So I'm gonna double check these, and if these are good to go, I'm gonna put these in jars, seal them, and then I'm gonna put the next load in. Okay, so I've got the cooked sausage crumbles going in, and I'll bring you back. All right, and now the sausage is all freeze dried. So let's get putting this together. So now that everything is freeze dried, we're gonna put the soup together in a jar. I'm gonna show you how that goes. We've got the 3/4 of a cup of Italian sausage that was grown here that we freeze dried. We have 1/4 of a cup of green onions in there. You can use regular onions. I just happen to have freeze dried green onions. And also 3 tablespoons of bell peppers. I had green ones that were grown here, so I'm using those. And I went a little heavy on the 3 tablespoons because I like the flavor. In here, I have a tablespoon of chicken bouillon, a 1/4 of a teaspoon red pepper flakes, which is optional. And I also have a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I also have these cherry tomatoes, which the recipe doesn't call for, but I really just want to put them in there because I think it'll add a nice texture, and those are grown here. And then I have the freeze-dried tomato sauce and diced tomatoes already in the bowl. So let's get it going and put it in the jar. So I already have the lasagna noodles broken up, and I've got that put right in there, and let's get the rest of it. So here I have my jar. I'm gonna add my spices in. And I'm gonna add the sausage in. Now, if you were storing this for long term, you would want to put the appropriate size oxygen absorber in the jar. But for the purposes of this video, what I'm gonna do is put it in the jar, and then I'm gonna cook it and show you how to do that. Okay, so my tomatoes won't fit in there. So now if you were storing this for the pantry, like I said, you would have had this, an oxygen absorber in there, and you would then vac seal your jar, label it, and that's what it would look like. And then when you go to make it, you're gonna add water to a pan, get it boiling, and then I'm gonna show you how to do that next. I just added 8 cups to my stock pot, and I'm gonna let that come to a rapid boil, and then we're gonna add the soup. So now that we have rapidly boiling water, I'm going to take my jar. Now remember, if you took it out of your pantry, you're gonna have an oxygen absorber in there. But I didn't for the purpose of this video, so I'm gonna just dump it in. Make sure it all gets out of there. And I'm gonna give it a good stir. Now, these cherry tomatoes I'm taking out of the pantry, so listen. Those are vacuum sealed. I'm gonna take my oxygen absorber out, and I'm gonna throw these in and give it a good stir. We're gonna let it simmer for 10 to 12 minutes until the noodles are all cooked. So I've got it simmering, similar to when you cook pasta, and it's almost done. I am going to add some salt and pepper to taste. So while we're waiting for it to finish cooking, one tip I do want to give you is, this is my first time doing Italian sausage crumbles in the freeze dryer. And one of the things that I read online about it is people didn't like them, said they were very, very hard. So one of the things that I did was only do a small amount. I think I would put more sausage in this soup for taste and texture, but I was doing a test on sausage and didn't want to waste it. So one of the things that I would suggest that I think worked out really well is to cook the sausage, drain the grease, and then pat the sausage as dry as possible to get as much grease and fat off of it, because it turned out really well. So I was pretty impressed with that, and I will be doing it again. That's what the soup looks like. And what I'm gonna do is add a handful of shredded mozzarella cheese and mix that in. And I'm gonna let that melt. So now that mozzarella cheese is all nice and melted, and we're gonna put it in a bowl and garnish it with some shredded Parmesan cheese. So that's lasagna soup in a jar, and it was all freeze dried except for the mozzarella cheese and the shredded parm.
Good. Came out nice.
What do you like about it?
Mostly the sausage.
How's the texture of the sausage after it being freeze dried?
Good. It's not bad at all.
Anything you don't like about it?
The green onions.
The green onions? Mm-hmm. Should use regular onions? Okay, there you go.
Yep. Other than that, very good.
All right, guys, there you go. Lasagna soup in a jar. Use regular onions, not green onions. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Take care.